Hey, LaToya, I really enjoyed your post. I do think it was definitely interesting that you chose someone that was licensed in two different states. And that's one thing that I've really enjoyed about this whole entire process is getting to see like what the differences between the states are and how we differ, and like what the recommendations are and requirements and those kind of things. I definitely think that's something that we constantly had to think about, with school. Like, if we go to a certain college, is it going to be able to meet the requirements that we have for our state and that kind of thing? So it's kind of interesting to be able to research that. And I'm really grateful to Liberty that they are, they are definitely being, sincere in their efforts of us knowing, what is required of us for our state, for our education and our careers. I do think it was interesting the question that you brought up about that he's only a couples counselor and that he provides counseling to adults. And but then at the end you talked about how we in our ethical studies we have learned that we shouldn't discriminate. And so how does that, the lines and the boundaries in that work to where we're exclusive like that, but we are not discriminating? I do think that I wonder if like specialty has anything to do with it. I have the same questions you do. So like, but I just thought that was really interesting that you brought that up, and it does make me wonder like how does that happen? Another thing that you said in his informed consent is that he did not talk about money or he didn't talk about cost and of services, and I do think that's interesting. Like that he would not approach that in his informed consent. I think that's something that I would want to know and something I would want to address in my own practice. I would want to address that so that people know up front, what to expect, and so that they have comfort in that area as well, and they know whether they want to decide on that based on whether they want services with my own self or not. So I think that that's definitely a good question that you brought up. All right, many blessings to you. Thanks.